Hey, I am 100 and I will tell you the best plans to use in the Busy Bees update of Grow a Garden Roblox. I have here the top 10 best plans that you could make billions or even trillions per day. But before that, I am 100RB, a new Roblox YouTuber, and I just hit 100 subscribers and we are growing very fast for the past 6 days of starting this channel. If you would like to support my journey of getting to 200 subscribers, feel free to click that button. But without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. The first seed on this list is the mango tree. This plant allows you to make hundreds of millions easily because it gives you a lot of mangoes per tree. And I mean a lot of mangoes. I am talking around 10 to 15 mangoes per tree depending on how big it is. The mango can be obtained through the normal seed shop that would have a 1% chance of appearing every 5 minutes. The base price of one mango fruit is 7,500 shekels, which is rather small, but if you get the 4 most important mutations that I talked about in almost every single video, I am talking about the Gold, Celestial, Frozen, and Shock mutation, so you could get up to 18 million shekels per fruit. Now this is only the worst plant on this list. I would recommend watching until the end to know the 4 new seeds that made this list that are guaranteed to make you a billionaire in Grow a Garden Roblox. One of these new seeds is the pink lily plant. This is a new seed that comes from the new Busy Bees update that has one of the highest base prices in the game. The pink lily has a 59,000 shekel base price, which beats the mango seed by 5 times. However, what makes the pink lily place 9th on this list is because it only has 1 produce per seed, unlike some other plants on this list. To get the pink lily plant, you would have to get lucky in the new flower seed pack where you have a 10% chance of getting the seed. I would still recommend trying to get these as when mutated, each pink lily has a 264 million base price which could give you a billion in a couple hours. If you think this is crazy, just wait until I tell you about this next plant. The 8th best plant in this list is the Beanstalk plant. The Beanstalk plant is the only prismatic grade plant in the game since it was introduced into the game. The Beanstalk can be obtained through the regular seed shop as it's quite rare with a 0.75% chance to show up in the shop, making it one of the hardest obtainable plants in the game in this update. The beanstalk has a base price of 18,000, which is lower than the pink lily plant. However, what makes the beanstalk super good is the amount of fruits it has per tree. The beanstalk plant has around 8 to 12 beans per beanstalk, allowing you to earn so much more shekels. If you applied enough mutations, each bean in the beanstalk would have a base price of 80 million shekels, which would give you around 1 billion each time you sell the whole tree. But this cannot compare to the next plant, which is the moon mango tree. The moon mango tree is basically a better mango tree. This plant has almost the same amount of fruits per tree as a regular mango tree. This allows you to make almost millions easily. But the moon mango tree has such a high base price that it beats the beanstalk plant. After the devs buffed the moon mango tree in the new Busy Bees update, each mango fruit has a base price of 45,000 shekels. This is such a high jump, which is 10 times better than a pink lily. If you waited inside a server to get enough mutations, one moon mango could give you 201 million each. With 10 to 15 mangoes in each tree, you could easily make billions per day. For this top 6 seed, it is one of the new seeds in the flower seed pack. I am talking about the sunflower seed, and it is one of the rarest in this new update. Each player has a 0.5% chance of getting the sunflower seed from the flower seed pack. This new seed is one of the best in this update as it has the highest multi-harvest plant base price in the game. I am saying multi-harvest as there was a plant during the Easter event that was a single harvest plant that had a higher base price. But enough with the yapping, as the sunflower seed has a 135,000 shekel base price, which makes it super overpowered for stacking up mutations in the game. With the 4 mutations I talked about earlier, you have a base price of 604 million. This is only with those 4 mutations, which if you had more like the Disco or Void Touch, you could easily be looking at even so much more. And let's not even talk about the size of these sunflowers. If you didn't know, the sunflowers grows into one of the biggest plants in the game. So these base prices are roughly 40 to 60% of a sunflower with the sprinkler method. Now if you didn't know what a sprinkler method is, I would recommend searching about it as you would need it for these next top 5 plants. To start off our top 5, the Moon Blossom tree is still one of the best plants to get in Grow a Garden Roblox. The Moon Blossom is a limited time seed that cannot be obtained anymore as you could only get it from the Night Seed pack. But it is still one of the best seeds in the game as it has a high base price. The Moon Blossom tree has a base price of 50,000 shekels, which is one of the best in the game. Each Moon Blossom would have a base price of 224 million each. If you pair this as well as there is at least 6 moon blossoms per tree, I would recommend keeping this in your garden, not only because it's limited, but it also gives a good amount of shekels as well. Now for the fourth best plant in the game, it is from the new seed pack again. The purple dahlia is the second rarest plant in the new flower seed pack. Every player has a 4.5% chance of getting the purple dahlia from the flower seed pack, so I would recommend getting this plant as much as possible. The purple dahlia has a base price of 67,000, which is the second highest in the seed pack. With enough mutations, the purple dahlia has a base price of 300 million minimum. But what makes the purple dahlia really good is that it has 3 to 5 flowers per plant, which could grow relatively large. This allows the purple dahlia to earn billions per flower depending on its size whenever using the sprinkler method. Now the third best plant in the game is the rose. Now wait, before you start doubting me, I figured it out. I figured out this duping method that's not a glitch that could make you billions or even hundreds of trillions depending on how much rose plants you have. Now to make sure that you make billions with a rose seed, you have to do a couple of methods. Now to do this, you would have to first do the sprinkler method. After doing the sprinkler method, you would have to use multiple giant ants. Now if you didn't know, the giant ant has a 10% chance of duplicating a fruit or a plant, and it varies depending on its rarity. But since a rose plant is an uncommon plant, the giant ant allows you to duplicate the roses to the point you can fill your inventory 30 times with only one master sprinkler cycle. The rose has a base price of 4,500 shekels and a 20 million base price with the right mutations. However, if you use the duplication method and the sprinkler method at the same time, the amount you could be earning would be up to 50 billion each time your bag is filled. This plant could be the best plant in the game. But since it's very time consuming and takes up so much space, I decided to put it fifth on this list. However, if you would like to know more about how overpowered this rose method is, I would recommend you watching this video that I watched before making this video. As for the second best fruit in this list, the moon melon is still overpowered in the game, allowing you to make billions easily in Grow a Garden Roblox. The moon melon needs the sprinkler method in order to work. Each moon melon has a base price of 16,000, but if you have the right mutations, you can get a base price of 71 million each. Now keep in mind that this base price is only for regular size fruits. If you had a large fruit, this is one of the best fruits to have as it could sell for almost a billion each. And of course, the best plant in the game is still the candy blossom. The candy blossom still sits on the throne of being the best plant in the game because of its high base price of 100,000 shekels. Not only does it have the highest base price in the game, but the candy blossom also grows up to 100 times its regular size. This allows it to get up to 20 billion minimum and up to 1 trillion with a fully maxed out and mutated candy blossom. Anyways, that's all of the best plants you should have in your garden in Grow a Garden Roblox. Again, I would like to thank all of you for 100 subscribers, and we are going relatively fast and I am really grateful. Now, if you would like to know which is the best admin commands in Grow a Garden Roblox, click on this video on your screen right now.